What is up? What is up? Welcome to episode 71 of the DCC podcast. What's up, new subscribers, new listeners, people just getting in tune into what we're doing here, what's going on here, why they're sitting in couches talking about what's going on.
Right.
First of all, before we get into our topics, we'd like to shout out to the promos that we have, promotional brands we own for right now.
Yeah, we do our own promos.
Yes, for right now. So.
Yes. Shout out to Glow Nude, my skincare line, 100% organic and all that good stuff. So organic you can eat it, but please don't. Yes, head on over to www.shopglownude.com. Visit us on Instagram at glow.nude.
Yeah, everything will be linked on the video stuff. And, you know, if you're listening, of course you heard the link, so
Yeah.
pay attention, use your ears. All right, let's get into your very first topic, then we'll just get the ball rolling on that.
All right. So in life, when we're always told to be thankful, at what point do we become ungrateful when we don't get what we want?
What do you mean, like, you have something and then you want more? Is that what you're saying? Or...
Like, say if you're like, oh, like as a kid, or maybe not as a kid, but at some point in your life when you wanted something and you got it and it's not what you want, are you wrong for expressing that?
No, I just feel like maybe it comes into play what you deserve. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You get what you deserve. So maybe you wanted something and it's outside of the price range that you're allowed to get it at, like, i.e. you didn't pay for it. So
right.
It goes into, you know what I mean, that's what you can get. But if you can pay for it, then I don't see the problem. You should be like, man, I don't want this, I'm gonna just go get it. But if someone is given a gesture, if you know, someone bought something for you, I feel like you shouldn't be like, oh man, I didn't want this, because now you're being ungrateful. So that's why I'm saying it goes along with the lines of what you deserve when it's anything that has to do with a gift.
Right. I just feel like, because I work in the restaurant industry or whatever, and a lot of the times when people come, but it qualifies to more than just restaurant. I'm just relating it to a restaurant, but a lot of the times when people come and they sit down, they're expecting an experience. And oftentimes when certain shit go awry during they're supposed to expect a good experience. But when shit go awry, I just realize how niggas be mad at them for getting upset at the experience that they didn't get. And I'm like, naturally when you go out to eat with your family, you're not expecting your food to be cold. Correct. You're not expecting like niggas to take forever with something that you're simply asking for.
Correct.
So I'm saying that, like, why should they be considered ungrateful when, you know, you're expecting a certain experience? You know what I'm saying?
So whose side are we speaking of? Are we speaking of from the family's point of view, like they shouldn't be ungrateful? Or are we speaking on the point of view of the person who's providing the bad service?
I'm speaking on the situation in general as to why do we feel like when it comes to giving a service and everything, why when you don't deliver, it's a person being ungrateful and they should be grateful for what they got in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's a little bit tricky because, like, yeah, when you go out to eat, you're expecting something, so that shouldn't be messed up no matter what. But I feel like in your moral standpoint, you should always hold a certain type of gratitude and character form when it comes to dealing with people in the service industry. Like, from the standpoint of the family, I feel like at no point should you be giving the waiter or waitress a bad time because they're just in charge of delivering the food to you. You know what I mean? They're not cooking it. So they should be at no fault when it comes to your food being cold or whatever. That's no one's fault but, like, I want to say the cooks or whatever. You know what I mean? Now, if they forgot to bring it to you and the food was just there waiting, I understand that. You know what I mean? then they should be honest and be like, hey, your food is ready. I have so many tables, I forgot, and it got cold. But I feel like that's now on the service point to be more outspoken and more of a server and being inclined in customer service to now deliver a good service. But no one should be, I feel like no one's character should be at jeopardy when it comes to another person or, dealing with people, because to be in the service industry, you got to have some form of, hospitality.
Yeah.
So dealing with people who are servers, you should have more gratitude. You should always tip, and don't go out to eat if you can't afford to go out to eat, and that includes tipping.
Please. Please.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel on that when it comes to the restaurant industry stuff. But you should always be grateful for anything. You know what I mean?
Generally.
Getting $5 for your birthday. You know what I mean? Getting a card for Christmas. Anything, any type of affection being shown towards you, you should be grateful for it.
Right.
So that's how I feel like. You know what I mean? You should express maybe not being happy, but not being happy goes into, an emotion where maybe it's the gratitude, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
the gratitude above all.
That goes into something else. You see, when someone gets you a birthday gift and you don't like it, how do you go about expressing that?
Tell them thank you.
Are you not allowed to say, yo, I don't?
Because you know what it is? You're now saying no more gifts for me from you. Because that's what the other person is taking.
But that's not fair, because
it is fair.
No. If you get me this ugly ass sweater, and you know it, you in your eyes it looked good to you, but the sweater is fucking ugly to me. Can I just? I'm not gonna be rude and be like, yo, this is an ugly ass sweater.
I personally feel like you shouldn't say anything. But if you want to say something, keep in mind that the way the person is gonna receive it is not up to you.
True.
You have no control on how they're gonna receive it, and it also could mean no more gifts for you.
But if I don't wear it, you're gonna be like, but why you never wear that sweater I got you for your birthday? And
Then you could be like, you know what? It wasn't my taste. That's what you say.
Yeah. So can I just kill that from jump and be like, yeah, this sweater is not my taste, but I'll thank you.
There you go. Yeah, you say thank you. But if you want more gifts, you don't say the second part. That's just how I feel. That was a good topic, though.
Yeah.
But let's move on. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep the ball rolling. What is that? What does that say? I forgot what that says. Oh, Haiti. Shit. Yes. I feel like this country. Sorry for laughing. You know what I mean? Shouts to Haiti. We're gonna link wherever you can help as far as their disaster goes. They faced a tropical thunder, I believe it was. Kind of ruined some parts of that country. People are seeking shelter.
The death toll was going up.
The resources, they're in need of resources due to, things are in peril as far as the political standpoint because of what happened to their president. So let's pray for Haiti. There are links and stuff you can do to send whatever you can. You want legitimate links though. So I'm going to find legitimate links for the YouTube stuff for those of you who watch us on YouTube.
I honestly...
Is there a curse on Haiti?
I keep saying that, but I honestly feel like in a couple of years, if not very soon, Haiti's just going to be completely wiped out from the map. I'm not even joking, because look at the back-to-back trauma and disaster that has happened to Haiti. Literally... Anything,
they got a target on their back. I can say that.
Any tropical, anything that's gonna happen, that should be hop, skipping, and jumping over Jamaica and here, right, Haiti.
They're right there.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why is it that y'all get all the disasters? What's going on? I'm not blaming Haiti for nothing. I just feel like eventually Haiti's just gonna be taken off the map, completely. Because it's very hard for them to recover, and nobody's really helping them. Look what happened to Puerto Rico. Nobody was really helping these niggas, although they're saying that there was help. So it kind of brings me back to what I said last week. the world is ending. Is the world ending? And I feel like it is. And a lot of you guys responded to the question that I posed on my story as far as saying, what do you think? And a lot of people are in agreement as saying that, some people are not, but some people were saying that, they truly believe so. For whatever reason, I just feel like the world is ending closer than we feel like.
I just feel like people's mindset are being reset. You know what I mean? Like the way you view things are changing, you know what I mean? So you gotta adapt. As humans, we're naturally made to adapt to our surroundings. And, you know what I mean? The obstacles we're made to stick and move and adapt to it.
Yeah.
So I feel like people are at a climax right now, especially with the pandemic, where they don't know how to move, or things are just up in the air as far as how we're going to go forward. That's why they're trying to implement vaccines for every fucking human ant and species on the damn planet.
And booster shots and
let's get them vaccinated. But I feel like
a pig or a cow got COVID or something. So, anyways, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just feel like the world's mindset and natural way of doing things is ending, which can be a good or a bad thing. It all depends on who can adjust to the situations. But as far as like apocalyptic type vibes, I don't think it's near that. But there are some things that are coming to light as far as like, you know what I mean, world hunger, starvation, population density, you know what I mean, little by little, but the whole world not as of yet. But they're doing things to, I feel like, accelerate that. But you know what I mean, be mindful, you know what I mean, of what's going on, and just try to keep your ears to the ground.
I don't think it's on an apocalyptic level, but
that's what it sounds like when people say things like the world is ending.
No. I feel like the world is ending. Like I know I've been referring to the Bible, but like not to go too deep, but to just say this. So many things have happened, and there's no way in the world that like a lot of these things that's gonna look. Everywhere in the world, it seems like it's at war right now, and I don't feel like it can continue this way. If you believe in our greater creator or whatever, whatever you may call him, I don't believe that it's supposed to continue like this. Mankind was never supposed to be doing all this. So I feel like there's going to be a natural disaster, a huge one, that takes everybody out, and that will be the clean slate.
Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna be like next month or.
I'm not saying
sometime this year. Maybe way along the lines.
I feel like it's gonna be during our generation. I said this. Remember, you guys. I said this on episode 71. Remember, if you're listening to this,
maybe within the next 100 years. Then maybe.
I don't think the next 100 years. I feel like we got until 2025, if that. Get married. Have your kid. Maybe
for what?
But do everything you need to do. Just do everything you need to do. Heed my word. I'm telling y'all. Honestly, not to be too dramatic, but I had a dream, and nah, for real though, I had a dream that and it made me jump out of my sleep. That I was pretty much walking, and the place was pretty much clear. It was black, and when I looked at my feet, there was blood.
What?
Like all blood, and I swear to
That's
you.
That's vampiric.
So when I went back to sleep, I jumped up out of my sleep and I like prayed because I was like, "Yo, what the hell was that?" So I prayed to get a clarity on the situation. When I went back to sleep, it was pretty much like I saw people, but it wasn't really their faces. It was what their intentions were. Like I saw people, and it was like greed, like gluttony, guilt, like all. No, for real. I sound crazy, and a lot of you might think I'm crazy, but that's what I saw. And to me, if you know me, or I know, my dreams hold weight. So we'll see what's to happen in 2025. Whatever episode we may be on in that year.
I feel like it'll be interesting, but you always want clarity on what the deeper meaning of whatever is going on is, and that's what it is. Like if you're a very intuitive person, have some type of clairvoyance, you know what I mean, you're gonna want to know what all this means. You know, you see 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, it's really 12:34. Like, relax. But but I feel like, yeah, there are deeper meanings when you're just seeing those spiritual numbers. Like, I believe that. So, you know what I mean? Stay woke, as Childish Gambino says. But we're going to go ahead and take a break right here. This is a beat by me, J Degrees. Enjoy. All right, welcome back. If you enjoyed that, please get in contact. New listeners on the audio, there's a beat. It's nice. Rappers, they take it from me with my permission, of course. They pay for it. If you want pricing and all that stuff, DM me or the pod, and yeah, we get business done. That's my business as far as the pod goes. Hers is the skincare. Yeah. But yeah, let's keep in the realm of global situations. Not a disaster. I don't want to.
It is a disaster.
But I'm not the one. I'm not gonna say I'm the one that consider it such, because, like, I don't know. And of course, we're talking about the whole Afghanistan situation when it comes to the troops of America being pulled out of Afghanistan, and now everything's in awry. You see videos of the Taliban dancing. They're at the gym. They're at the bumper cars having a grandiose old time. What I think about this, though, and of course, I'm always going to relate to my friend who was served in the military, veteran. We should have never been over there.
Hello?
You know what I mean? And he's boots on the grounds as to what was going on over there. Let me give you a little backstory. Murdering of innocent people, children, babies. You know what I mean? Murdering, like killing them. So I feel like when it comes to, you know what I mean, us as the American troops being in a situation and helping them on humanitarian purposes, I don't feel like that job was being done fluently for the past 20 years. So deciding to pull out wasn't a terrible idea. And what happens with that being done, I would have to say it has to do with Afghanistan. So, like I said, let family fight amongst family. You don't get involved. So that's my stance on it.
I've always wanted to know, since coming here, why the fuck was America playing Captain Save-A-Ho with anybody? With any other country?
I feel like it's the whole I want to have power everywhere thing. You know
but America can't even fix itself. Like, look at the shit that goes on here. And it's always like, everybody hates America. Like, it ain't no sweet place. So to me, America is no different than any of these other countries that's legit everybody fighting for their lives. It's just on a different caliber. Because everybody here is fighting for their lives too. Mm-hmm. Look at the minorities, quote unquote. Like, why was America even there in the first place?
For the oil.
What is happening down there? And why were they there pretending to fight? Like, come on, we know what
it seems cooler. You can sell that.
Talking about fight for your country, you're not fighting for no damn country. Like,
you weren't going over there to fight. You were going over there to murder innocent people.
How are you fighting for America in another country that's doing shit that has nothing to do with you?
It's the whole propaganda thing.
Did no one ever question these things? Like, why are we all like, I want to be in the army, fight for your country?
Because, like, I'm going to tell you like this. There were people that were bred to be army brats. There are people that grew up thinking the army is a way of life, and that's how you're a real American if you're in the army or this, that. Like, these people have been brainwashed into thinking this. So, like I said, a lot of the American people, that's what they view as being American. Let me join the army and go serve my country over there. But a lot of them came to the realization once they got there what was really done, and then you can see it in their eyes when they come back. A lot of these veterans, you know what I mean, it's messed them up.
Yeah,
only because I've spoken to them.
Traumatized.
I'm speaking only from speaking to veterans. All right, so that's my experience. Tell me yours. So
I met one,
and it's not great stories. These aren't things you want to get into doing. So I don't feel like it's a morally right thing for you to pick up a gun and then head over to somebody else's home and feel like you're over there protecting them.
Right, because you really ain't.
It's not what's going on over there.
And it's crazy to me how many of these people want to kill themselves. Like, that's the main thing I
You
hear.
want that? Like, you really want that? There's other ways to travel the world, I promise you. I really promise you.
I had a question. I saw a video from Afghanistan or whatever. These people were chasing after a plane. Why?
Because they were offering flights, I think, to America.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, these people want to leave, I guess, because the Taliban is in an uproar, and I guess Al-Qaeda's back. But, I mean, I don't know what's going on over there as far as the political aspects, but I feel like maybe America being there wasn't the best thing, and them pulling out now should have been done a long time ago.
I thought they did pull out.
He's taking the troops now. The troops are leaving.
No, I'm saying before, when...
They might have pulled out before, but then they went back.
When that nigga was in office, before Biden.
They went back.
Why would they go? What?
Because of the guy before Biden. But enough on that. Of course, we don't know the most about this situation. We're only giving our ideas and opinions. Emphasis on opinions.
Yeah,
all right?
I be feeling like
you guys are going super hard for
Yeah.
my opinion, but it's all good. It's all love, though. It only shows that you're paying attention. But yeah, that's that on that. We're gonna move on because we have other things to get to. Gen Z. Listen up, Gen Z.
You motherfuckers.
Some of you guys are probably 18 now. Most of you guys are 21. And you guys are in the verge of adulthoods, and you know, you're changing the world, some of you guys. But I feel like when it comes to being adults and what can be understood, there are a bunch of things that you guys need to understand. Understand point number one, all right? Your view on things is not allowed to be everybody else's view. It's part of being a human on Earth. We all have different viewpoints. I'm sick of seeing situations where a viewpoint is being thrown under the bus because it's not aligned with a lot of people's viewpoints. And like, you can't get me wrong, Generation Z, they pretty much own the internet now. So if a bunch of them are saying this is the view you should have, you're up against a million people to one, you know what I mean? Because this is a general view that everybody feels. That's one. Two, all right? You can't cancel everybody, all right? And it goes along with the viewpoint. Let's stop this canceling thing because it's not aligned. Let's try to teach people things, all right? Number two, it goes along with the same thing. People are allowed to have different opinions, all right? I can't stress this enough. I've said it over and over again because they're allowed to have different opinions. If somebody's a Democrat and your friend's a Republican, you guys are allowed to have different viewpoints. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world, all right? And there are two genders. I'm sorry.
There are just two.
There are a boy and a girl. We need to stop playing these games, all right?
Please.
And I do not want to play. Boy or girl. That's it. You guys created this long list of genders when I've been alive for a short time, but prior to that, there's only been two. So why are we changing that now? Yeah, I mean, you guys aren't God, so
it's just opening up way too much. Like, I feel like you Gen Zs have such a fucking entitled way of looking at the world. Like, you guys want everything the way you want it. It has to be like this, or we're mad and we're not gonna do this and we're not gonna stand for this. And it's like, you guys really need an ass whooping. Like, for real, you guys all collectively need to get together and get your asses whooped. For real, because the fact that no one else can have an opinion, and I'm gonna cancel a human being, and I'm not gonna, if you don't want to subscribe to somebody, cool, that's for you. But no way are you allowed to get on the internet and say, oh, everybody, oh, my friends, not listen to this person because of one opinion. I'm sure your friends don't fucking cancel you, Sarah, because you like chocolate ice cream and they like fucking strawberry. Mm-hmm. Like, come on. When did having an opinion become such a bad thing?
I feel like it goes along with, like, there's no one even can step in and say, hey, let's try to research, because they just take one thing and they run off with it. You know what I mean? You see somebody doing bad and they're like, oh, let's cancel. Like, there's no let's try to understand this. That Generation Z, they lack comprehension in understanding together. Comprehension in understanding.
But
trying to understand someone's viewpoint and comprehending where they're coming from. It's just like, let's take the plain statement for what it is and run with it. I feel like that generation has lost that grasp on the whole communication aspect of things.
But not only that, I feel like they created the list of right and wrong.
Yeah.
You guys are not in charge of that. Like, I'm sorry, you guys were just born yesterday.
Yeah.
What in what world do you guys feel like y'all can say, oh, this is right and this is wrong and don't do this and don't do that? Y'all are fucking kids. Like,
it's because most of them are adults.
Y'all still got milk behind y'all ears.
18,
nah, fuck that. Y'all are not fucking adults. Because half y'all niggas cannot legally drink. So let's stop fucking playing this game. I don't feel sorry for none of y'all niggas. Y'all niggas need to fucking get it together. Y'all are some spoiled, ignorant little brats that clearly need some more time to fucking have an understanding of what it means to be an actual adult. Because a lot of y'all feel like putting on lipstick and getting attention from older guys and doing all these things is what make you an adult. You guys are not fucking adults. Because when it comes to really making decisions and having a hold of yourself, a lot of y'all don't. So let's stop getting on the internet and typing about our feelings when we're mad.
Mm-hmm.
Go talk to a fucking therapist.
And staying in the realm of mental health and therapy, let's stop being depressed for attention, because I don't know why that is like a thing with this generation. If you're really depressed, like, I get it, I understand it, but if you're only depressed to draw attention to you, that is sicker than mental health itself. So really seek help, because that is a mental health issue. And
to me, to be honest, really looking into it and dissecting it, I don't feel like there's no such thing as a mental illness. Hear me out. Everybody has a moral compass. Everybody knows right from wrong, whether you believe it or not, whether you want to believe it or not. So if you're sitting at fucking home and you're like, oh, something is really wrong, and instead of dealing with it or finding somebody that could deal with it, or if you don't have anybody, I get it, but instead of dealing with it, you're gonna go on the internet and say, oh, I feel depressed and I want to kill myself because of a moment of sadness, when in turn all you have to do is talk to somebody and deal with it. So you want to play it and say, you want to label it, because I realize in America a lot of you niggas love to label shit. So you want to sit there and label it, oh, I'm mentally ill and I'm mentally sick. No, you're fucking not. You just don't know how to take accountability for yourself. A lot of you guys don't know how to take accountability for nothing, because you guys grew up with this entitled ass mentality to say, oh, I'm supposed to have anything and everything that I want. And it's just crazy.
I feel like there is certain people who have mental disabilities.
Yes, there's such thing,
but it falls in the line of mental illness.
No. To me, okay, when you're born with a mental illness or whatever, and you can't comprehend stuff, okay, get it. That's a mental illness. Mm-hmm. But for you to sit at home and say, oh, the fact that you're fucking sad for 3 fucking days or for a week that you have a mental illness, you fucking don't.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that you're killing people and labeling it as a mental illness, you fucking don't.
That's an scapegoat.
That's what I'm saying. And you guys love to label shit just to say, oh, I have something to label it as, so I'm in replace of taking responsibility. Because a lot of you guys lack accountability.
Yeah.
So don't sit there, don't play it, don't put your mental illness on as a label, when there's people really out here that can't comprehend shit because they're really something wrong with their mental, and they're not literate because there's something wrong with their mental. That's two different things.
Yes.
I'm not saying that there are people out here that something is really wrong with them and they're born with like a birth defect. That's a total difference. But I'm talking for the people who really sit down at home and knowing that you can deal with this and go through it, but you choose not to. You choose to get on the internet and do some other shit. You're fucking sick. You're fucking sick.
Yeah.
And you need to get help.
Recording yourself on TikTok crying. They be putting the long captions and stuff. Like what? It's sick. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, seek help.
just go seek help and stop trying to get that 2 mil views, that 1K views, just so TikTok can pay you fucking
sadness, my God.
Like, you guys really are playing the sympathy card really like a lot. Like, how many sympathy cards y'all got in y'all decks, like, for real? And how many times are we gonna keep falling for these niggas? Like, you're willing to go that far just to get attention. I want you guys to really realize that. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's the internet. But shit.
Moving right along.
Let's move on. That was a tough one. OnlyFans. Now, before we get into OnlyFans, I think you had one more topic in the realm.
Is hate a form of obsession?
Yes. You can't hate somebody you don't know. And to know someone, to hate them, you gotta know enough. So I feel like hating someone is the highest form of obsession. It's even higher than love.
Because what I was thinking about is, for when people be writing diss tracks and stuff on how much, like, they hate somebody, and they would just be doing it unprovoked, it's like, do you really hate them?
No.
Or do you really love them? Or like them?
You opposite love them.
Yeah, like, it's like
I love you so much I hate you.
Yeah, like, come on. Like, I see a lot of that nowadays. Like, an obsession.
I feel like it goes along with the lines of maybe you're jealous. And it's just plain and simple. You know what I mean? You want to put yourself in the shoes that you're not, and the only way you can have this person understand where you're coming from as far as them goes, because you hate them, you want them to know, is that, hey, I don't like what you're doing. So it's like, all right, man, you hating, so you love me.
Yeah,
so.
But even going as far as to telling somebody I hate you, it's like, what was I supposed to do with this information? There's no bank I can go to and be like, okay, this person hates me, so how much money do I get for this? Yeah. Like, it doesn't work like that. So. And
no publicity is bad publicity. So even if you're telling the world you hate this person, the world's gonna be like, well, what do you hate about them? Let me go see what's the hate. You know what I mean? So, and you might just turn someone from your hate into a lover. You know what I mean? Damn, I found out about this guy because this guy hated him, and I like him. So
yeah, crazy.
I never would have known without this guy's hatred.
Wow, concept.
Moving on, OnlyFans, which is surprisingly known for this, they want to get rid of it. They want to ban pornography from the site. And what does this mean for 90% of OnlyFans users?
Yeah, for all these
niggas
talking about, oh, I'm not doing porn on there. I'm just selling my products. I'm just selling my business. Yeah, right. Why go to OnlyFans? Why not make an e-commerce?
So, this changes the dynamic of the adult filming industry. That entire platform community on there. There are people who, you know what I mean, like soliciting nude photos, videos, doing all types of lewd acts on there. And as far as their banking goes and their investors, OnlyFans I'm talking about, they cannot allow that stuff anymore. So they're moving forward in a different direction. So I mean, it's a big step for them. You know what I mean? It's I guess a righteous step in the moral aspect.
Yeah, shout out to porn getting off major things. Shout out to eliminating so much porn off the website.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Shout outs to that.
There's a lot of porn everywhere.
I'm sick of seeing porn. Mm-hmm. I shouldn't be seeing it.
I support it. I can't be mad at that.
At porn?
I can't be mad at them wanting to get it off.
Oh, because I'm like, huh? Because I was like, I'm sick of seeing it. You're like, I support it. I'm like,
yeah, I figured you knew what I was talking about. Like, I support them getting out of that, getting off the internet, you know what I mean? Getting that shit out of here.
Yeah.
How many times can you really see that happening? Like, it's so crazy. Like, how often that shit is everywhere. That shit is everywhere, dude.
Everywhere.
Like,
that shit is now on Pinterest.
It killed Tumblr. Oh, man. Now it's all over Twitter. I didn't even know it was on Pinterest. Really?
I go on Pinterest to look at stuff
for art. Yeah, I was there for art. That's it.
Why would you bring porn to Pinterest?
That's nuts.
Why would you guys do that? Oh my god! I'm so hurt.
That's so sick.
Because now it's like you can't. There's no app that you can open safely. Mm-hmm. Only my financial apps, and at this point, I'm scared because.
porn finance.
Now it's gonna be such a thing where you fucking for numbers. Like, I'm confused.
But that's that on that. We're gonna move into our music take now. All right, so I'm very excited for this week's music take because there's new Nas out. Nasty Nas. Nas coming out with King Disease 2. I'm excited for this because for a while Nas has been on some Nas ass beats, you know what I mean? Some boom bat sound and stuff. Maybe there'll be a little bit of a drum. But this time Nas is working with one of the young producers, Hit Boy. This guy has produced for a lot of people who have made hit records all day, every day. Drake, Future. So you got an old head combining with a young head. And now this Nas album, it's like old school type stories and lyrics on new age type beats. You know what I mean? Like,
that shit probably gonna be nasty.
Nah, it's dope. This album is amazing. I had a chance to listen to it, and oh my god, this album is amazing. Of course, you know it's Nas, but he's always been on the type of beats that maybe have been snooze for a lot of people. But you know, I mean, it was always his lyrics that drove people. But this time, the beats are connecting, and it's like new age meet young age, you know what I mean? So now it's just neo age type wave, and I'm here for it. It's kind of like what Jay-Z did, you know what I mean? But I don't want to compare the two. We got Boldy James, one of the guys from the Griselda camp, you know what I mean? The Griselda affiliate. This guy
I don't know why when I saw that, I thought of Bojangles. I don't know why.
Well, the album's called Bo Jackson, so you know what I mean? This guy, he's a word bender, you know what I mean? He's one of those, like a geopolitical, a Kendrick. People who are really good with words and really good with painting pictures for you to understand, you know what I mean? Putting words together in like a older Joey Badass type of vibe when he was rapping all types crazy. So, you know what I mean? It's hard to describe this guy. He's just in his own lane. And this album is really dope. He's working with Alchemist. I like to shout out to producers because I'm a producer myself, and a song is not just the rapper, you know what I mean? It's the guy who makes the beat, produce the song, engineer it, and everything. So shout out to Alchemist. He's been killing it too. He's worked with a lot of hip hop heads, you know. So these two albums here is really good ones if you're a hip hop fan, like you're really into hip hop. And I feel like that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please subscribe on YouTube. I want to get us to 100. I hate seeing that 25. Let's move it up there.
Yeah, let's
move it to 50.
Come on.
Then 100, and you know, once we get to 100, yeah, we got stuff for y'all.
That only
Trust me,
means
we got
goodness
stuff
for
for y'all.
If
I
y'all
promise we got stuff for y'all. It's just, you know, we it's a give and take. You know what I mean?
Yeah, y'all gotta give us the subscribers.
Give us, then we'll give you something. Let's trade for trade.
Yeah. Scratch your back, subscribe.
I ain't scratching nobody. But let's get out of here. As always, we're at war with ourselves. We're at war with everyone outside. Stay safe out there, guys. Peace.